Hello, everyone, and welcome to Investing and Trading Live. Today is the 17th of November. As always, my name is Josh Lilquist. It is 9:12 in the a.m. Market is open. So we are Central Time, and it doesn't look like we're seeing too much action here on Friday morning after a monster of a week, especially Wednesday. No, I think it was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Whatever it was, Tuesday or Wednesday, big CPI data coming out showing that inflation has cooled and it's just skyrocketing the market. But the last couple of days here, the market has cooled down a little bit at this pivot high from September 14th. So we're seeing some slight consolidation after the big move to the upside. So we'll discuss that today. We will look at some of the options we talked about earlier this week, looking like they're doing pretty well right now. We're basically selling time is what we're doing. And if you don't know what we're talking about, might get some education on that so you understand what that is in the options market. That being said, we'll do a market update today, and then we'll continue on and peek at some different stocks, some futures or commodities, and then we will close out the show and close out the week. But we'll probably do a show tomorrow as well and get a weekly market recap on the week since it was such a monster of a week. That being said, there is risk in trading and investing. You can and will lose money at one point in your life. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only, mainly mine. But hopefully you find it entertaining as well. S&P 500 currently at 449.69, down about 0.12% on the day, consolidating in that little area at the 449, 450 area. So we're seeing that in the supply zone. We bursted right through that 4-hour supply zone, now currently in a rally-based drop in the S&P 500 SPY ETF. That's your SPY market update of the day. Dow Jones Industrial Average 349.15, down 0.25% on the day. Same story, same consolidation, same pivot high, same day, same story with the Dow Jones. QQQ, which is your NASDAQ, 384.58, down 0.37% on the day. Not quite the same story, but we are at that pivot high, and we have the same consolidation at that same area with the QQQ, which is the NASDAQ's. Different story for the IWM. This is actually up right now, currently at 177.50, up 0.9% on G-Day. That is your major indices, whatever you want to call them. That's your major market update. Let's look at the dollar. So I mentioned this the other day. We'd had a big drop in the dollar, which is why you have the inverse correlation with stocks that went up, and same consolidation with the U.S. dollar. We're looking at the DXY, the Dixie, the index for the dollar, which is down 0.2% on the day, which is at 104.13. And we will see what happens there. All right. That is your U.S. dollar. 10-year yield is up 0.6%, coming down from the highs of almost 5%. Actually, I believe it did hit 5%, and currently at 4.4 on the 10-year government bond, the 10-year yield. Any other notables as far as the ETFs? Looks like XLE is up 1.24%. I'm sure USO will be somewhat the same after this consolidation and drop here from October 23rd all the way down until now. We're seeing the drop down there. Currently on the, we'll call it the retail side, on the, I believe it's a 20-period moving average. It's bouncing off of that right now, but I don't see any major demand zones. I probably will see this probably continue to the, we're looking at the 10-year yield. Going back to XLE. Same story. We do have a 888 rule where it's bouncing off from. Maybe I'll explain that on a different date, on a different session. But up pretty big on the day, almost 1.21 now as we go. 83.95 on that. We'll look at USO since we're talking about that, up 2.28%, so big move with oil today. We'll look at the crude oil price per barrel on the futures market here shortly after we get through the ETFs. Other notables, XLF is up 0.4%, XLI 0.4%, XME, which is mining and metals, that one's been a volatile stock for quite some time here now, so big moves in that. Nice opportunities with that one. Getting into your commodities, oil currently at $74.60 per barrel. Up 2.1% on the day. Since we're talking about commodities, let's look at wheat, down 0.6% on the day. Corn, down almost 1% on the day. And that's your grains. Gold, $1,982.22, currently down currently basically flat on the day, but showing some volatility there, going back up towards those highs again. So I do like that. I'd like to see that to get over 2,000 again, especially for those physical gold holders, hodlers, whatever you want to call them. Silver, $23.75, basically flat on the day. Currently, it is going back up again, high in the percent Bollinger Bands. Probably not giving any premium. Bitcoin, 36,141, starting to consolidate a little bit after that jump from October 11th all the way until roughly now, but last few days it's consolidating at the price where it's at now. That's your Bitcoin market. I got to look at HNT since that's a good one. We're mining that. $2.01 consolidating just like that, but actually up from the lows of September. We're up about 66%, so way to go, HNT. I don't even know how many HNT I own and how many I've mined here, but basically it's cell network. It's 5G mobile coverage. And for those of you that don't know, Miami is now running Helium for cell service, and I believe the subscription is $5 a month for unlimited data and everything, just like it's regular cell. It's the people's network. So we'll hopefully get more adoption with that and continue to bring that price up as we're mining that. So that's your HNT Helium token. Nvidia flat on the day. Let's see, Apple is down 0.3%. Nothing really moving big here. Snapchat's down 3%. What is this? The natural gas fund is down 3%, almost 4% on the day. Caterpillar is still bouncing off of that demand zone. Looking good with Caterpillar. UPS continuing to drop after a little bit of a retracement, not down to that 120 mark yet. So we talked about a demand zone back down to 120 area, 120 to 117. So we'll look at some opportunities as we wait until price gets down there. American Express up 1.5% on the day. Target continuing to show a little bit of strength. Today it's up 0.6% after that monster 18% move on. I believe it was Tuesday or Wednesday after earnings. Let's see here. No other big movers. I do got to talk about JWM, which is Nordstrom's, continuing to the upside, up 3.5% on the day. Currently about 40% away from our strike, so we're selling time on that with an expiration of December 8th. So hopefully that gets down there. The one thing we do have to note, we do have earnings coming up here on Tuesday, so hopefully we don't see a big drop in that, but we will continue to manage risk as that continues to move really to the upside, which is good. Won't be able to do anything. It's not showing any profit just because it's such a illiquid, smaller stock. So a little bit on the riskier side. So make sure if you're doing anything on that, manage your risk, protect your positions on that. Macy's is up 5% on the day. That had the same opportunity. We just didn't do that one. Dick's Sporting Goods up 2.6% on the day. Nike's down on the day. So your real retailers are a little bit mixed here, with Dick's Sporting Goods and Macy's up big, Nordstrom's up big, but Nike is down. Elf is continuing to go to the upside, has now broke that supply zone, which we had two targets, and it actually hit that target twice. So most likely, since we talked about that, 3 weeks ago? 2 or 3 weeks ago? with that shorting opportunity. Hopefully that's all been done for people on that. So that is your major stock market update, a little bit on options. And we'll do a market recap probably tomorrow, or either tonight or tomorrow after the market is closed. See what the biggest gainers and losers on the day were on the week. Since we're talking about that, let's look at the gainers on the day. SGD, which is up 100% on the day. 15 million trades per day. Safe and Green Development Corporation, whatever that is. I don't know any other these other ones. The biggest losers on the day, VIGL, which is a neuroscience company, down 40%. Is this ChatGPT? Interesting. It looks like ChatGPT, but it's ChargePoint Holdings, down 36%, and don't really know any of these other stocks that are on here. Same thing with the percent gainers. It's always stocks you don't really know about. So that being said, those moves have already happened. Don't go and just try to get into those prices, those stocks there. No major news on the economic calendar. You have inflation rate year over year for Canada, and the FOMC minutes will be today, but I don't know how much volatility that will bring on a Friday. It could. And that is it for the economic data. Going back to our watch list. So yeah, market is steady on the day. S&P 500 is now completely